Okay, Bob here again. I had mentioned earlier that I was going to do a quick piece on these Weathertech mud flaps. Again, some people don't want them, but like I had said before, this is the reason I got them, because I don't want these rocks flying up and damaging the beautiful side of this Bronco. So real quick, the front one is pretty straightforward. You've got 4 of these guys that you have to take out. You just take this inside piece with a Phillips screwdriver out, and then it compresses so you can pull it out. There's one that's still in place. Here and here and there is where you have to take them out. And it comes with 4 bolts and a push-in. So you got bolts that replace those 3. And then there's another one that's tucked back in here. And then a push-in right there. And just clean it real good so you don't have dirt underneath of it. And it's pretty straightforward process to putting in. I turned the wheel this way so it's out. It made it a lot easier to get in there to do it. And they are, they're pretty flexible. And I tell you what, it does my heart good to hear the rock hit that plastic instead of the side of the truck. On the rear, these are a little bit different. You don't have to remove anything. Of course, when you order these for the rear, you have to specify which bumper you have. On the Sasquatch, I believe, is when it has a wider piece that comes out than like on the non-Sasquatch. And when you install it, there's a piece that of the mud flap itself that slips in behind the bumper right there. It takes a little bit of doing because it is fairly, it's not real flexible. So you have to get in there and manhandle it a little bit, but I didn't have to remove the tire to do it. And then you have 3 screws, and here's the screws right here, and these little guys that you basically reach up behind and just run them on. And I'll show you here directly how I did that. And the sun decided to come out, so I'm half blind now. Now, when you run these 3 screws in, you are puncturing the plastic on the bumper. So you're making holes. When I originally did this, I actually used my air ratchet and pushed, and the plastic on the bumper itself is not real thick, so it goes through pretty quick. And I'm going to cut to the chase here. What I do is I take this. You have a flat side and a kind of a curved side. The flat side goes in. I actually have to reach up underneath the, you can't hardly see what I'm doing, can you? Up under the bumper. And screw it on. And once you screw it on, you'll be able to tighten that up. I'm going to pause and I'll get this run in. So when I get the screw run in that far, I reach up under the bumper and I roll that piece I mentioned right on. It's real easy to do, and I snug it up as best I can with my fingers. And then once I do that, I can finish tightening it. And of course, you don't want to get too carried away tightening it, because that is just a little sheet metal nut. So you can strip it out. But once you get it, that's good. Snug like that, and you're done. And they're pretty flexible. They're not bad. They fit the bumper. They have a cutout. That's why you have to specify which bumper you have, because there is a cutout in the mud flap, so it fits right up perfect. I mean, they cut it perfect. So that's my deal on the mud flaps. Again, I have the Sasquatch, the bigger 35s, and that mud flap pretty much covers the entire rear of the tire. And then when the front tires are straight, those pretty much cover the entire width of the tire there too. So I'm pleased with them. No complaints at all. And that's my part on the mud flaps.